we've got one of like at least the most explosive guards decided to hang up his jersey, retire his jersey in the NBA. So John Wall retired last week, and lots of conversation about his career, what he meant. But before we even get to that, I just want to like John Wall was easily one of the most fun guards to watch. Even though that his team wasn't like a great team, but he always kind of made it must see TV. And when Bradley Beal came, them together was a great backcourt. Gave LeBron fits for at least 1 or 2 games, so made it fun, or made it a fun playoff series. But John Wall was one of the real ones. I mean, he brought fun to the game, and his style of play is definitely going to be missed.
For sure. I think he, as you were saying before, I agree. He's one of the most electrifying players that we've seen in the NBA. I think he's probably one of those top point guards that is the most fun to watch. Like, got Curry, Kyrie, Derrick Rose is up there, and John Wall. And I don't think there's any other point guards that are, I'll probably say be that are in that top 5 or top 4 list of, exciting players to watch, honestly. I try to mimic my game when I'm after John Wall on the court when I'm playing rec ball. So,
Good luck.
Yeah, I just have a better jumper. I'll just say that. I think I would say, yeah, and along with Russell Westbrook too. Like, I think you got Derrick Rose, Westbrook, and John Wall. Their games are so very similar to each other, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. And I think, in today's NBA, I think it also kind of pulls away from that type of point guard play style too, which I think the game misses a lot too because everybody's trying to shoot threes and whatnot. But John Wall, I think I don't know if he had like a major impact on the game. That's my only thing. I don't think anyone was like, I'm gonna play like John Wall outside of me just now, but I've only heard people be like Derrick Rose or Westbrook, but not too much John Wall.
Yeah, I think John Wall had the bad luck of never being on a great team. And so we never got enough moments from John Wall where we were like, okay, yeah, he's the guy. And I think, but back to your earlier point, I think the league needs more athletic guards like him because the league is so 3-point heavy. I think a pure athletic guard could really make some noise in today's NBA. You're right. That's something that the league is completely missing. I can't think of just an uber athletic guard who just strikes fear in the defense when they see them coming downhill right now.
I feel like he could have played with another year or two.
Yeah, but it could be that can John Wall give a team what they need? John Wall was never a defender. John Wall is not a shooter. So what at this age, he's not as athletic because due to the injuries. So what is he giving you? John Wall doesn't really he doesn't have a rep. He doesn't have a rep for that. Yes, he's athletic, and of course he worked hard because he was in the NBA. But we wouldn't put those. I would never say John Wall and Westbrook are the same, or even in the same category. So I think I'm not sure what he could contribute.
I think as far as a point guard level as experience and a veteran, I truly think John Wall, I don't even think he would expect to be, I wouldn't put him as a starter, but I would put him as maybe a 6-man, put him with the second unit to just give a little bit more. Cause what team do you know right now outside of their starting point guard has a really good second unit point guard? I think maybe the Cavs could have used him because they had Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland and then Ty Jerome, slow feet. Yeah. They could have used John Wall. John Wall is still fast. I think he would have made an impact. I think his experience as a point guard would have probably put the Cavs maybe in a better situation, especially versus the Pacers.
So I guess the thing with him is what I would have to think of. John Wall has never won anything, and and so his experience, yes, maybe it would settle young players down, but he's never been in a high pressure, really deep playoff run, with the Wizards. So he doesn't have that. He doesn't players like John Wall extend their career because there could be like they have championship DNA, right? Championship DNA buys you like three years past when you really can do anything for anybody because you have championship
Yeah.
DNA. You can teach. Udonis has them coasted off championship DNA for like 5 seasons. Okay, so so that means something in the league. John Wall doesn't have that. Like John Wall, when you look at it, when you look at like the NBA as a whole, even in his era, John Wall was one of those players where like he was cool, we liked him, but was he one of the best of his era? I don't know.
Yes, I think he was definitely one of the best in his era. I think. Okay. So this is how I feel about John Wall. It's not his fault that he was put to a trash team. Like it's like he and that Bradley Beal, I think, were robbed in their careers to win a true championship. Okay. He played with Marcin Gortat, who was at one point one of the best centers, and then Bradley Beal, and then who else was on the Wizards team at that time?
Oh man, not that was the only two who I could think of, honestly.
Exactly,
Yeah,
because it's a trash team with a trash market. Like